Oh yeah, that's Derek welding on the fender, front fender there. It's Chris on the camera from Penny's Hot Rods and Customs again, working on the Studebaker truck. I'll get back to the fender, but show you some updates. This fender is pretty much good, like it's 85–90% done. Same with that one. Except for the rust repair, we're doing that. We still got a rust repair down on there. Some more updates. We haven't touched this. That's good, but look what I'll go around the other side. Custom made brackets. Some little round Amazon lights. Will be decent. They're not exactly what we wanted, but we can change them later or not. And that one has the light for the license plate, but the license plate would stick up. You know, we didn't like it, so I'll probably end up just welding that up. And we're just gonna stick a license plate down here somewhere. But it's got a brake light and a turn signal. They're decent. And we made our own little bracket. That's where the original one mounts to. And then we're gonna get some stainless steel conduit, flexible conduit, put over there, and then the wires will just go in right there. And then down through the truck. The gauge pulled out because we had to weld up or bondo up where the stud is for my in here. Derek's been working on the hood a bit. Just slapped some bondo on some of the rough areas, but it's all been ground. Underside's all been ground painted. The underside of this fender's been all ground. Still gotta paint it, but fixing the rust repair. And the novel thing we did is that is from the fender that we took this piece, cut that piece out of. This is that piece. So we cut both sides out, and I made this little gem of a patch panel. Just had to give it some slice cuts just so we can bend it a bit more, but it had, and then we just curved a little bit more, but it had the nice curve there, and it actually worked out. Yeah. Easier than making one from scratch. Yeah. So, and it has a nice curve. We matched it up with, that's from the same fender, but the opposite, the opposite end. That's from here. So we basically cut this out, put it on the back.
We're working with these fenders overall. So
yeah.
But they're coming out pretty good.
Yeah.
Good enough for me.
Yeah, once I'm gonna fog that black. And then I got a battery tray. We're gonna French that into the top of this fender. Yeah, somewhere in there. We'll just slice it and make that fit in there. But
well, we know the size roughly and blah,
yeah.
blah, blah, so.
Yeah, I marked it off when it was in the truck, but so it'll be.
We got lots of room from between the wheel and
yeah.
top, so.
It'll basically be just sunken into here roughly. It's hard to tell because it's upside down, but
yeah.
Basically on this one, we're gonna cut it right there, down there, there, sunk that in, and it'll stick out about right there on that side. But I'll let Derek get back to welding that. Make sure it's nice and cool so it doesn't warp things.
No, it's not too bad.
Alright. That's Fender's pretty close to being done. We'll be high building it within a few days. And the cab. Okay, put this up. We was figure out where the battery tray was going to go and didn't quite like it. Got no other place to put it really. Can't go here because the battery will hit it has to sit up there and there's not enough headroom. So what I did is shrunk the battery tray because it was for a big battery. So we just basically cut the ends off, peeled them back up, welded the corners, and we got a shorter battery tray, but not narrower. I'd like a narrow one, but that's basically what batteries are. So back to my original spot is going to be right there. It's just not going to be longer. It's going to be shorter. So I'm going to cut down there, cut along here, and I'll measure that first. Yeah, I'm going to cut probably along there. Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And then
probably
what's next? There, something like that.
because that lines up roughly with this line. I don't want to go any further down than that.
Yeah.
So that's about. I'll cut it short like that. No measuring here, even though I got a measuring tape right there.
Been hanging around Corey too much.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe in our tape measure.
Let's see, that's still got some life in it.
Alright. Let's go it. There you go. We have a hole.
Yep, I got a hole. Roughly like that. It'll be out a bit because we have to make the rods go in there. So I'll make a little wall here to stiffen it, and a floor.
Yep.
To make it stiff. I'll see if that's the right. Might have to trim that down a bit, but figure that out.
Alright, you guys can shoot, we're doing.
Yep. Hello. It's been, well, it's the next weekend, and we've gotten a lot of work done. As you can see, the fenders, they're all basically done. The hood's done. I'm just degreasing the starting to degrease the cab because we're gonna prime it today. We're gonna put a sealer on the bare stuff and then high build. So then last week we were building a battery box. Then we changed our mind because the one we bought was just, it wouldn't work. It was just too big and bulky looking. So I just made a shelf and got a little battery clamp in there, and it works perfectly.
Yeah.
It's not big and cluttery, and so.
Close to the starter.
Yeah. I think that's, yeah, we finished all the rust repair. So this has all been done. It's been bondoed. That's all been done. Everything's been rough in. Now we're just gonna spray it with a sealer and then a high build on the fenders and the parts that we know that need it. Like the top of the cab doesn't need high build.
No.
So we're gonna do that today. Hopefully we should get that all done today.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
It's been a long couple of weeks.
Yeah.
A lot of hours.
It took a while to get these fenders done. The inside of this fender had rot, so I cut that out. And a lot of grinding, Derek did all this stuff. All the hood been done. So now it's just I blew it off a couple hours ago. There was so much dust in here, so let that sit. Then I'm gonna start from the top and work myself down. We use spray 9. Same as wax and grease remover. We find it works good. So we're gonna douse the car or truck with that and work our way down. Cover the engine with plastic and then figure out how we're gonna prime that. And yeah, start priming from the inside out or outside in. I don't know. One of the two. But yeah, I got about a good hour of cleaning still before we prime. So I'm going to get back to it. Stop wasting my time. Okay, so it's the next day after we high build it, so everything's all dry. Everything came out good. This paint or this primer went on very good, like very thick it seems, and it covered nice. So the door, like you can see up here, it doesn't dry like dull like a lot of primers. It's got like a semi-gloss, so you can actually see imperfections. But up here, nothing. Like the doors feel and look good. Fenders do need a little bit of work, but that's why we put high build on to actually take out some of the little ripples and to actually see what's going on. And Derek starts block sanding this already, so we're already hitting. He's already hit it. Went down the bare metal, and there's still little spots here, and it's a little flat right here, so it's got little bit of work to do on there. The top is coming out good. There's like little spots like that, but that could be just sanded out or just spot filled. So there's no really issues there. There's one little bare spot there, but if you can, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but then there's a rough spot there. So that means he'll probably just try and tap that a little bit, see if he can block sand that bit out. And then we go from there. The doors are probably very good. The cab is very good. Roof, we're just gonna basically do a block, like just sand it down using 220 or 320, one of those, and then it'll be done for final prime basically. These will, the fender and we're guessing the hood's gonna need a little bit more work, but this is basically gonna, or another high build probably.
Yeah.
But this is gonna show us what needs to be done, because a lot of times when you're just working with bare metal and primer, or bare metal and Mondo, you can't. It's hard to tell where the ripples are, but this tells you once you start sanding it exactly where highs and lows are. So as long as we don't sand all of it off, which we're not going to, we're just gonna sand it to basically that point and then deal with that.
Yeah.
So the rest of it just needs to be scuffed down. Same with the grill. We're basically just gonna, this is it, we're just gonna like hand sand it all, and it'll be good for its final priming basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's no, you can't block sand this. There's nothing, it's all round and small.
We'll make it smooth, that's
Yeah.
it.
But very impressed with this paint. Where's the...
Pure.
Never used it before. It's supposed to be your economy prime high build, but actually Derek said it sands nice. It doesn't clog up the paper, and I like it because it has a sheen to it, so you can actually see all the imperfections. So,
And it buried. I couldn't believe how it just buried all the metal and Bondo right off the bat.
yeah, like when I was watching him spray it, and you could basically just do one coat and it buried it. You didn't have to go over it a couple times to bury the metal or the Bondo. It just went on, and it went on very thick, I guess.
Yeah, I was very impressed with it.
So
For $200, I thought it was a good deal.
Canadian.
Canadian.
That's with their activator too. So
Yeah.
yeah. So we're gonna, I guess, block sand this some more and yeah, see what needs to be done. That'll be all the boring stuff. So
Yeah, yeah.
might show you some progress, but it's block sanding. Okay, we'll block sand.
Well, the next day, we just got busy with life. So, Chris is at work, and I worked a little bit on the fender. I've got this fender sanded out much as I can with this coat of high build. I'm gonna put another coat of high build on there, and that should got this fender where I want it to be. But you can see all the lows, the high spots. So basically I'm going to spray it again with about 3 coats, and I do not want to touch these little metal spots. So once I start seeing, that's it. So it's just trial and error, blocking it out. So like you can see, I did it really quickly with the sander, just back and forth, taking your time. And there's my low spots right there. So, and I'll block that out, and like again, I'll re-prime it again, so it'll get to where I want it. And Chris has been really sanding the grill out really good, because this will get painted body color, and this is going to get painted cream in here, so it'll be like a two-tone grill. So he wants to make it look really nice. So. But I guess we'll leave it as a video, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.